Okay, so now let's make something a bit more complicated, like a creature with an ability. This guy is gonna be an undead warlock. It's gonna be a bit more costly. It's gonna have some offense, but no defense because it's a mage. And it's gonna have an ability. Ability triggers when creature enters the game, meaning it's gonna be activated just once when he enters the game, and it's going to put a new creature in game. Well, as you can see, you can put a creature in game from somewhere. From somewhere meaning from deck, or you can resurrect a creature from your graveyard, for example. But right now we're just gonna create a new creature, and it's gonna be a skeletal servant. As you can see, it already appears in here, but Undead Warlock doesn't appear in here. Why? Because we haven't finished creating this card. Now, if you want to summon an Undead Warlock, then you're gonna have to finish creating this card and go back in here and select Undead Warlock. Of course, in this case, this would create a recursion because they're gonna be entering and re-entering the game without ever stopping. But if the condition is different, for example, when creature kills an enemy, then it's gonna work just fine. And now we click generate, and it generates text for the player. And attention, if you don't put anything in here, your player won't have a way of knowing what the ability does. So you have to generate text, and then you can just type your own text, or you can just modify this text. Doesn't matter. As long as it informs the player, you're okay. Now, let's make a spell. Death Wind. It's gonna be a bit costly. It's gonna be a simple damaging spell. It's gonna damage for 2 HP. The enemy player, which means you can't target who you're going to attack with the spell. It's always going to be enemy player. And you generate text, and that's it. Now let's make something a bit even more complicated, like a creature with 2 abilities. This guy looks like a battle priest. It's going to be very costly. Have some offense, but mostly he's tanky. And his ability is going to trigger when he enters the game. He's going to heal for 2 HP a target creature. Target creature means any creature in game, even enemy creature. This is used in Magic the Gathering for a lot of spells, even beneficial. Now, another ability you can activate in game for 2 mana. It's going to heal for 2 HP all friendly creatures. And using this ability in game will tap the creature, preventing it from attacking this round. And we'll click generate again, and that's it. By the way, you can only give up to 4 abilities to a creature without modifying anything in the code at the moment. As you can see, it's very, very easy to make new cards. Now I'm just going to finish making 10 cards, and by the way, this art was provided by Jessica Kings, and it can be used even commercially for your game as long as you credit her. So thank you, Jessica. Now I'm just going to fast forward through this section while I finish the remaining cards. So once you've finished making 10 cards, you can click Save Database, and you should save it in Assets. can call it as you want. I'm going to call it VideoDB. And that's it.